Guten Morgen friends, Siddharth again. Today's video is on opportunity card. Now I made this video deliberately after 1.5 months so that I could study what's going on in all embassies, and based on the feedbacks that I got from my friend circle and many candidates who have already applied for opportunity card, I'm making this video. Now today's video is somewhat special friends because this video is shot by my mom and she is today's cameraman. And where I am right now, just a few words upon it, I am right now at Raipur, and Raipur is in fact in the center of India, you can say. And this place is a very dense garden which is actually in the middle of the city. Okay, now jumping over to the main point of the video, and that is opportunity card. Now, as I said, I will be taking up some doubts or some confusion points. Now friends, most of the information that you require for opportunity card is already there on the website. I strongly recommend please go through this website, and this is actually the Make It in Germany, which is an official website of German government, and wherein you will find most of the information. Now if you go through this list, you will find almost every information that you need, that you require a valid passport, application form, blah 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 blah. Now as I said, I'll be taking up some confusion points. So the confusion point number one is, what about job seekers visa? So friends, please understand that the job seekers visa, which we normally call as JSV, is now abolished. That is, you only have an option to opt for opportunity card and not for any other thing. Now, in case if your job seekers visa appointment was already scheduled in the month of June 2024 or July 2024, you still have a chance to apply for JSV, that is job seekers visa. Otherwise, if you were in the waiting list and you did not get any concrete appointment date, then you will have to opt for opportunity card only. So this is point number one. There is no more job seekers visa. Now again, if you Google, you still might end up in a lot of confusion because JSV still exists, but that is not job seekers visa, that is job search visa. And that is actually the job seekers, and that is actually the job search visa which is given to the students who are already studying in Germany. This JSV is valid for 18 months. Now, point number two, what exactly is this opportunity card? So friends, I have made a dedicated video on this already. Please have a look at it. This opportunity card is actually a point-based system wherein you have to accrue some points. And based on the number of points you get, you increase the chances of getting an opportunity card. Now, many factors add to these points. For example, your proficiency in German language, or they have also included proficiency in English language now. Now, in case if you have already done A1 level, then you are able to accrue some points on this parameter. But I strongly recommend friends, please go for at least A2 level in German, because A1 level is just ABCD and nothing more than that. So that won't give you a much push for your opportunity card. But if you do A2 level, you will certainly accrue extra points for this parameter. Now, what about English language? So, English language must be at least C1 level. Now, there are multiple options for this. You might go for, let's say, TOEFL, or there are many other options. So, I suggest friends, please go for any certification which clearly mentions that you have attained a level of C1 level in English language. Now, a very important parameter, friends. See, this opportunity card also requires you or mandates you to have at least 2 years of work experience in past 5 years or 6 years or something. Now, this 2 years work experience must be extremely genuine. I have seen a couple of cases wherein candidates produce some certificates of employment and they were thoroughly scrutinized in background. So make sure friends that your certificates are 100% genuine, especially for your employment. If you produce any pay slips or if you produce any bank statements which proves that you have already received salary from your employment, they should be 100% genuine. For this parameter, they are thoroughly scrutinizing your background certificates, and please make sure that you always produce 100% genuine certificates only. Now, there is a small difference on the parameter of financial means. See, what happens in last 1.5 months, I have observed that 3 candidates in Chennai, only in Chennai, were forcefully told to produce blocked account. Now, if I go through this financial requirements, proof of financial means. Now, if I go through the proof of sufficient funds, they ask for proof of a spare konto or Verpflichtungserklärung or statement of a current bank account. So friends, although these candidates had already produced more than 11 lakh rupees INR in a bank statement, they were still forced, literally forced, to produce a blocked konto, that is blocked account. So friends, be prepared for this also. At least Chennai embassy has done this in last 1.5 months. I'm not sure about other embassies, but be prepared that your embassy might ask you or compel you to open a blocked account even if you show a good amount of money in your bank accounts. So this was one point which many people have confronted. Now, if I go through this statement once again, they ask for statements of a current bank account. Here, please forgive German English, because current bank account, what they have mentioned is your present bank account and not the current bank account which normally business owners open. So current bank accounts only means present bank account, which normally is savings bank account, or if there is any other exception, I'm not sure about that. But it refers to only savings bank account. Don't confuse with the business current bank accounts, which normally we open in India. Now talking about proof of accommodation. So friends, I have already made a dedicated video on proof of accommodation. There are 6 multiple ways which I think are possible for you to get a accommodation in Germany. Please go through them. That video, I'll share the link in description as well, because proof of accommodation is a mandatory thing. Now many candidates were given an option to only produce for 2 or 3 months. That is, they were not required to produce for 12 months, but still everything worked fine. So even if you produce 6 months accommodation, that should be enough. See this video, see that video carefully. I have narrated how to get a proof of accommodation without paying even a single INR in advance. Now talking about the duration of this opportunity card. So friends, here again, like in job seekers visa, you have a chance to opt for a smaller duration rather than going for 1 year stay in Germany. So even just in case not everybody has got some 10 to 12 lakh rupees in state in bank accounts, or not everybody can open a blocked account. So you still have an option to opt for a smaller duration opportunity card. Let's say if you want to go only for 6 months, you think that in 6 months you will find a job, you can always produce 6 months into the per month euros, that is 1023 or something. And let's say from INR, it should be somewhere around 6 to 7 lakh rupees. If you produce, you can always opt for a 6 month or 8 months or 9 months opportunity card. Now, if you are going for this thing, that is a shortened duration of opportunity card, you need to clearly mention in your motivation letter also. Sample of motivation letter is already shared in one of my videos. That is the same which was there in job seekers visa. However, there are certain guidelines which are already there in this list, that is in the website. Please go through that, modify your job seekers, modify your motivation letter, and please clearly mention that you don't want to stay there for 1 year completely. You are okay with 6 or 8 months or whatever you feel like. Now, the basic and the most important parameter that you must be qualifying is your education qualifications. So make sure, friends, you have already gone through this NABIN database. Again, please look at my previous video, how to find your recognition of education, that is already shared in one of my videos. Please go through it. In case if you have done vocational training, things might get a little complex, because in NABIN database, you don't find this vocational training information. So for that, you need to find a manual certificate of comparability, and for that you need to contact ZAB manually. That will cost you around 300 to 500 euros, and you might be even asked to produce some German proficiency certificates. So things are a little complex in case of vocational training, but even if you have done BSc, MSc, or any other type of graduation which is even for 2 or 3 years, you are still good to go. Now, what about age criteria? So, friends, Germany is actually calling for young guys. But even if you are 45 or 50, you need not worry. The only thing which you might face is you might get reduced or less number of points on the criteria of age. So don't be worried about it. You still have a lot of chance. You need to improve on other criteria like the language, or the German proficiency, or the work experience. In those criteria, if you get a good amount of points, you still have a good amount of chance to go to Germany on opportunity card. As usual, if you apply for opportunity card, you also need to produce a curriculum vitae, that is resume. So please have a look at my previous video. I have made a dedicated video on how to make resume. Make sure your resume is no more than 2 pages long, unless and until you are an astronaut or a rocket scientist. Make sure that your resume should be no more than 2 pages long, and make sure that you manually, that is with a blue pen, you sign at the bottom of that resume. That's most important because you need to give a personal touch, and you need to also certify that the above information is true to the best of your information. Health insurance and travel insurance. So friends, this is another pain point. I request you to please check my Facebook group, wherein many people have posted questions about this. Many people have posted updates also. There are multiple insurance providing companies like Expatrio or Feather, or there are many other options. Just go through those JSV Facebook groups, or you can always connect with those these insurance companies. Make sure that you don't pay anything in advance for your insurance also, because this insurance will start only when you travel. So before the travel date, you need to tell the insurance company that please activate my insurance from this date, and from this date you should be paying for the same. Now some insurance company will offer you only for 180 or 182 days, that is only 6 months. So make sure that you clearly mention this in your motivation letter, that although your insurance is valid only for 6 months, you will always take care and you will elongate it during your stay in Germany. Two identical sets of documents needs to be produced, but a tip from my side, friends, please take one more identical set of these documents. That is, you have to carry one original and 3 copies of that original. Make a set and produce it at your visa officer's interview date. Now, a final pro tip from Firangi file side. Friends, see, this opportunity card allows you to also work 20 hours a week. That is, you have a chance to earn some money there. From my point of view, although I am very positive thinker, I still think that this is not the best idea that you should be thinking about. See, if you work for 20 hours a week, this will actually stretch to 30 or 35 hours a week, because you will be traveling, you will be preparing for your job, you will be coming back, you will be tired. That means a lot of time will be wasted in your job, and this precious time you should be using only for your job search. So friends, my suggestion is, although this opportunity card allows you for 20 hours a week, please don't focus upon it. Try to think that you are there only for your job search and not for doing these part-time jobs. These part-time jobs are good for nothing, I'll tell you. These are only good for students who are already studying. They have some free time and they need to utilize that. And it's a good idea to utilize that free time for their earnings. But if you are an experienced guy, you are there on a mission, you want to find a permanent job in Germany, don't go for or don't focus on these temporary jobs. If you focus on these temporary jobs, as I've seen in many cases, many students don't even get a chance to pass their curriculum or their exams on time. So that is really a big deviation from your mission. Please try to avoid that jobs. Don't think that you are going to do part-time jobs, because these part-time jobs are never going to help you in your curriculum vitae, never going to help you in your job search or in your future career endeavors also. So friends, that was all from my side, along with my mom, my videographer for the day. So I hope hello. So I hope you liked this video, and in case if you have any doubts or queries, please feel free to post them in YouTube comments. See you then. Bye bye.